a well-known proponent of evidentialist apologetics whose approach to the defense of Christian faith has been usually diverse. His Set Forth Your Case book focuses on the philosophical and cultural movements that shaped 20th century thought in order to expose the inadequacy of non-Christian worldviews. Again, worldviews coming into play here. In this book, he decries rationalism and mysticism and espoused the epistemological alternative of empirical verifiability. Thus, his apologetic system centers on the historical resurrection of Christ and the historical reliability of the Bible. So here, his focus is on the resurrection and, I guess more broadly, the historicity of the Bible.
Yeah, and so you notice what we've done now. We've in this, and beginning with Pinnock here, we've moved toward an approach that just doesn't assume Christianity to be true, and it's not just focused on deism. Now we begin to focus on atheistic belief as well, with in terms of their presentation of Pinnock. Mm-hmm. And so, like other evidentialists, Pinnock uses several lines of evidence as reasonable probabilities that combine together like argumentative links in a legal brief or strands in a rope, right? So he offers, in fact, yet another metaphor, not only the legal brief or these rope strands, but he says, like legs of a table, each shaft of evidence does its part to support the weight of the case for Christianity. And so because we're all culturally conditioned in different ways, it is inevitable that some of us will be more impressed with one evidential approach than another. So again, we have this idea of these various lines of approach, lines of evidence, allowing us to have a cumulative kind of approach, right? Mm-hmm. Pinnock acknowledges that the knowledge gained through empiricism is only probable, right? So this isn't certain knowledge. This is deductive knowledge. This is kind of an inductive kind of approach here. But he maintains that one cannot wait until all uncertainty disappears before dealing with ultimate issues, right? At some point, you have to get off the fence, right? You have to make a decision because these are ultimate issues. And so if all we have is probability and we can't be certain, waiting for certainty, could get us in trouble in the long run, kind of idea.
Right. And one could argue maybe there's no such thing as fence sitting, but we'll get to that later. Which direction do you want to go? Archaeology, eyewitness testimony, the scientific evidence in Scripture, prophecy. All these are kind of different ways to kind of hit a person that they might not be too predisposed to hearing about archaeological evidence that supports the rationality of Christianity. It could be the eyewitness testimony in Scripture and the undesigned coincidences that can be pulled forth. And so here Pinnock would use these different strands and avenues of approaches to talk to his interlocutor, his audience.
Yeah, this reminded me when I was looking at this of William James in his arguments for against the idea that you have to have sufficient evidence in order to believe. And William James makes a similar type of argument here. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a pragmatic argument, right? If sometimes all we have is all we have, and so we have to make a decision based on that. And so that's the kind of idea that we see here.
Right.